Hey Scorpio, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning January the 25th through to the 31st. So if you didn't catch last week's readings, I strongly suggest you check them out. The last 2 weeks of January are definitely intense with the amount of planetary placements that are happening and how they're ultimately impacting us and creating a signature theme for the remainder of the year. So we have a stellium happening in Aquarius. A lot of those planetary placements are going to be sitting in Aquarius. So interestingly, any baby born in February 2021 is going to have a stellium in Aquarius. But we've also got a full moon this week, okay? So there's quite a lot of placements with conjunctions. A lot of planets are experiencing conjunction energy, all within Aquarius this week, including Venus, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. Alongside that, we've got this full moon in Leo, which is shining a light in the shadows of Aquarius, okay? So wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, for you as a zodiac sign, this is going to be falling in your 4th house. Opposite side of the zodiac is going to be another area where you're going to experience an opportunity to look at the shadows. So I've said it from the start of the year, these zodiac readings hitting the collective, doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. There are definitely many that are initially awakening and having an aha moment about the deeper internal shifts within them that are desiring change. Another layer still are are ready and willing to look at shadow stuff to create space for that healing and activation to happen. Others still are in those higher octaves where they're experiencing what that manifestation looks like in its higher octaves after having had done that clearing work. So there is no better than or worse than, there simply just is. And we could almost certainly, oscillate between those levels as well in ourselves. So I'm going to divide it up and take a look at how each of the zodiacs are experiencing this Aquarian energy and how they're experiencing this Leo energy and what that can mean for you. You guys have heavy Aquarian placements, okay, within the 4th house. So 4th home matters are front and center for you guys in many ways, deeply desiring to stay at home, really sick of the home you have, wanting to move. You could be literally planning a move, planning to buy, sell, update. 4th house matters also rules our childhood, okay, and influential parents. So many Scorpios may be looking back through the timeline as far as how home and hearth and this concept of nurture was created from the very beginning. You could literally be looking at, 4th house energies as a nurturing energy and what makes you feel at home, all right? Shadow aspects for you guys, my lovely Scorps, will be falling within 10th house matters. Where do you feel like you are not recognized? Where do you require recognition? Okay, it could link to 4th house stuff. You might feel like you finally got things balanced in the home and now work seems to be an area that requires your healing and attentive focus, okay? So, and in very many ways, when we're working on the axis of 10th and 4th house, home and work is going to require us to balance, or at least create a sense of balance that works for us. So just being mindful, Scorp, career stuff may be at play, where you're not experiencing there may be shadow Leo influences at play, a lack of confidence, a desire to be seen and recognized, just not feeling the love, in many ways. And certainly under conflicting energies, it's very normal to experience confliction within spaces like shopping centers, workplaces, where everyone's sort of deeply processing this energy subconsciously. So for you guys, you're going to be probably noticing this at work. And again, it could be happening outside. You're just witnessing it. It doesn't necessarily have to be happening to you unless as an empath, you are unaware of how much you're taking on board, all right? Let's take a look at tarot, and we'll also look at some crystal healing as well, Scorps. Underneath the deck, my friend, you have the 8 of Cups. There's been a situation, the past, old unfulfillment when it comes to emotional fulfillment, okay? Situations, circumstances that didn't quite make it to the 10 of Cups. There's this deeper knowing of needing to walk away. In 10th house matters, career matters, where there's this focus on recognition, and there may be shadow aspects that you experience when it comes to this full moon in Leo. Claim your space. put a boundary line down. Literally, this could happen in workplaces where people project their energy, and you're like, nah. Or you are actually, because the 10th house is also about recognition, you are recognizing in yourself, Scorp, how you are holding yourself back, or you do need to put a boundary line down when it comes to looping, because the 8 is that infinity loop, in unfulfillment when it comes to matters of the heart, because this is about returning to you, my lovely Scorpio, okay? The Queen of Water, unlike the King, so the Queen energies in all the suits is very active in this, like, provide that nurturing energy, okay? Like the Queen of Swords is very active in providing that boundary line, speaking truth when it comes to matters of communication. The Wands, again, she's the chick that turns heads. Take it however it resonates. The Queen of Water will actively express her nurture. So where are you experiencing blocked emotional flow, blocked nurture, blocked, where do you actually need to also put a boundary line down with others or with self, so that there's no, like, this is you, okay? The Queen of Water, she doesn't feel like this, okay? There's a perception shift at play, a higher way of looking at this partnership, this beginning, rather than holding yourself back, okay? And again, bigger still, a massive 2-year story as far as building the dynasty, building success, all right? So I'll just leave that with you, but just being mindful of how this energy is playing out within your 10th house. So the 7 of Wands shows up to remind us definitely to put a boundary line down. B, to claim what is ours. C, remember to put boundaries down with self first when we know we aren't being our own best friend and nurturer. Okay, it's about returning to her. Let's take a look at 4th house matters, my lovely Scorp. Healing is happening within the home front. Healing is happening within the home. Healing needs to happen, a successful blending of opposing energies, okay? Whether those who live under the one roof, or something needs to be healed within the home environment as far as structure, routine, space, whatever the case may be. I'm blending and sort of mixing differing energies, okay? So maybe there is an addition to the home. Someone new has moved in, okay? And it's upset the apple cart, upset the usual. Maybe someone is moving out and that sort of space is still needing some energetic fill, if you like, as far as creating space for new routines. There's something here. Healing is happening within the home, within 4th house matters. And again, that can take me back to my childhood, okay? When I'm answering the question of what and who nurtures me, including, most importantly, my career, because that is where I spend a lot of time. Again, put down some boundaries, create space for healing, allow these two opposing energies, i.e. work and home, to come into a balance that ultimately suits you, so that you return to her and walk away from anything that doesn't feel emotionally fulfilling. It's not about quitting our job and spending time with family or forgetting family to focus on career. It's about finding that balance that uniquely suits us all, okay? That's your message for this week, Scorpio. I hope you got something out of that. By all means, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link, where you'll see a range of distant healing, personal reading, and astrology products that you can order online. And by all means, if you are watching this on YouTube, please do like, share, subscribe, and let your other empath, sensitive, and intuitive friends know where to find the channel and pages. Until next time, Scorpio, have an amazing week. Take care.